John Orena Oromangi. And we are all representing the entire Nyanza region. That is, we as bishops and shepherds of God's flock, we are compelled by the divine calling to stand with millions of Kenyans who are continuing to suffer injustices under the brutal hands of our police and by extension, their heartless bosses. The manner with which the government is using the police to harass, maim, and kill those who are presumed to stand on its way is criminal in nature, evil and satanic in its entirety, and that no word is adequate enough to describe it. Our Lord Jesus Christ had taken his good time to visit people both in towns and villages, not for political campaigns, but to respond to their cries, their helplessness and harassment by those in power. Following the command of our Lord Jesus Christ, we stand today and will continue to stand tomorrow with the Kenyans who are treated like rabies-infected wild dogs. When Kenyans demand their rights, they become the enemies of the government, and police is used to harass and silence them. We don't deal with dissent by silencing the people. We come out in the open the way our Lord Jesus Christ did, by responding to their needs, frustrations and helplessness with compassion, not with bullets. Our police, please listen to this message. Even if you feel powerful and indispensable, even if you feel that we don't deserve to address you, you have no choice but to open your ears and listen to what the Lord is telling you today. Please come to terms with the fact that many Kenyans are cursing you every day because of your heartless and callous manner of dealing with the members of the public. And in this kind of behavior that has led into radicalization of our youth as they strive to resist this totalitarianism and its very many manifestations. Most of our youth go to the streets to protest against lawlessness perpetuated by wanton conduct of our security forces. Our words of comfort to all Kenyans who are not feeling safe with the police is simple and clear. Your frustrations have reached the Lord, and it's just a matter of time before these perpetrators of extrajudicial killings will start paying for their wickedness. It cannot be business as usual. A good shepherd must show compassion to all who are marginalized by forces of evil. Our tears will never be shed in vain. And I want to say, as I reiterate this point, I know there is excuse from many police officers that they receive orders from their bosses. To this, we simply say, refuse those orders if they are not human enough, if they are not moral enough, if they are not legal enough. Refuse those orders. And if needs be, you can even resign for the sake of humanity. Or if you cannot do all those things, take back those bullets to your bosses, and all will end there.
Acknowledging the fact that the President is a symbol of national unity, we express our disappointment that President William Ruto has virtually failed to stand with ordinary Kenyans who are the target of police brutality. Mr. President, sir, come out and use the powers you have been given by the people of Kenya to bring sanity to our security forces. Time has come that a body like the DCI should be phased out. It has become a dreaded unit used by those in power to harass Kenyans. We cannot and will not keep quiet when a unit of the police paid by the taxpayers' money has become a terror gang licensed to kill. In Kenya today, there is no difference between the DCI and the terror gangs harassing the people. There is a great concern that most terror gangs are hired by those in positions of influence, thus creating a culture of violence, retaliation, and anarchy. It is in public domain that the recent riots in Nairobi, the governor paid goons to disrupt what was otherwise a peaceful demonstration. No action has been taken on the governor, and politicians are just clapping at him. When it reaches a point that people see the police as enemies or their enemy number one, then you know that we have lost the nation to lawlessness. We have become anarchists. Our appeal to you, Mr. President, is to rise up and show leadership by raining sense over your officers. We are annoyed beyond words, and condolences alone is not enough to cool the anger Kenyans have. Police officers must appreciate the fact that there are many jobless Kenyans who are capable of taking their positions. If we are not careful, then a time would come when ordinary Kenyans will defend themselves, and this would be the easiest way of destroying a civil nation. Guns are not toys for play. They are instruments of death that should not be trusted with the caliber of police officers we are seeing today. Power has failed Kenyans, and it is seen as a toothless dog that can't bite, but can talk louder enough to confuse the nation that it is working. Let all machineries of the state that are funded by the taxpayers be allowed to do their work without interference.
That an attempt to drive Kenyans the freedom of expression as enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948 and cushioned in our national constitution is an upfront dictatorship, and here stand condemned. Every human being has a right to be heard, and an avenue must be opened for every Kenyan to express their views within the law. The emerging threats to social media users as an affront to these unalienable rights of expression. Let those who also take advantage of social media to abuse others without substantiation be warned of consequences that will follow. We also want to advise the leadership of this country that every reader is subjected to public scrutiny, and anyone who feels that he or she is above the people's scrutiny should vacate their offices. They should not use public resources to defend themselves or threaten others. In conclusion, we stand by the message of St. Matthew to demand accountability from the highest office in the land on matters of police brutality. Please take note that the police officers are paid by the taxpayers' money, not the government. They are our brothers and sisters. They live in our neighborhood, and their families are our families. Don't create a retaliatory situation by giving despicable orders which are inhuman and dreadful in nature. Allow the junior officers to be human in their behavior. We need our humanity.